Hello friends! Today I'd like to show you through this experience together what it means to rest in awareness and know yourself as the source, the universe, God, whatever it is that you want to call it. I talk about this quite a lot, and some people are asking me, what does it actually mean to rest in awareness? So in this practice, we come back to our true nature, restore the peace that always is there, but is blocked. And in this practice, we remove the mind identification. It's the practice that helps you in your journey to self-realization. It is actually self-realization. And when we manifest, we don't manifest from this human self. We manifest from the higher self with the capital S. And when you rest in awareness, when you know yourself as God, this is you really living as you, the source of power. And when you identify a little bit too much as this human self, this practice, this daily practice, it should be done every day, okay? Just even if you can only do it 5 minutes a day. And then this practice, this way of thinking and identifying and observing everything around you without attaching yourself to it will spill over to your everyday life in this kind of like walking meditation. You will be able to catch yourself faster before you believe in the separation again, before you get caught up in the illusions of the 3D a little bit too much. So this practice is important. It's the foundation of everything we do. So find a comfortable place where you won't be disturbed for the next, I don't know, let's say 10 minutes. And let's start this guided meditation. So you can close your eyes now and just quickly scan your body to see if there are some signs of tension. Maybe if it's in the morning you didn't sleep quite well, or if it's at the end of the day, there's a stress that is accumulated in your body. So just scan from the top to bottom, just breathing into the areas that may seem tense. And if you feel relaxed, you don't have to really do this. We just want to communicate to our nervous system, our subconscious mind, that we are safe and that we need for nothing in this moment. You can also just focus on your breath for a little while. And when you're breathing in, just know you're breathing in. And when you're breathing out, know you're breathing out. Just be aware that this is happening. Be the observer of this event. What I like to do is to repeat a couple of times first so that I don't lose the focus. I like to repeat, I am. Just, I am. I am. And just really feel the awareness instead of just saying the words. I want them to mean something. I feel the immediate sense of relief, for example. And at this point, some thoughts may start coming into your mind, and that's totally okay. A lot of people think that meditation has to be in this like complete stillness, and when their mind is a little bit too busy, they say that, oh, they cannot meditate because this is, too busy. And that's just an excuse, really, because the thoughts help you. They are your tools in this practice. They actually deepen your practice. When a thought comes in, just notice it. Don't try to identify or latch onto the contents. Bring yourself back to what comes after, which is this stillness, this emptiness between thoughts. This is the real you, the stillness, the peace. So focus on that instead. And next thing you know, a thought actually helped you to improve in this practice and be more aware. And that's amazing. So just sit like that for a moment. Remove the mind identification whenever a thought comes in and focus on the stillness between them. Notice that no matter what experience comes up, if it's a body sensation or the sound outside or like air conditioning or whatever it may be, you are the one observing that this is happening. This is what it means to be God. This stillness, this presence, this omnipresent awareness is you, is God. And that's really what this practice of self-realization is. Just remind yourself that you are the awareness. It's not even resting in awareness. You are awareness. You are the awareness that makes all the perception possible. And just always remember that you are not the thinker. The thoughts just come into your mind involuntarily. You don't select the thought so that it comes in. So you're not the one really thinking them. You're the one observing what's happening. Just stay in the practice of being aware that you are aware. You're the being. You are the one that is. Without you, there is no experience. Without you, there is no body. Without you, there is no, there are no events, feelings, sensations, perceptions. You're the one that sees all that. Because everything that you can observe cannot be you. You cannot observe yourself. You can only be aware of being, which is you. You are the being. And whenever the mind wanders again, just be devoted to coming back to this practice every time. And really do it daily. It's very important to always remember who you are. This is like your recalibration. And I do it in the morning, but you can do it at any time during the day, as long as it's more or less at the same time. Just notice the stillness. Everything that happens around you, or even the sensations of your body, are there for you to experience and can be used as tools to deepen your awareness. And this is your only constant in life. This is the only thing that will always be there. No matter what happens, I am. Because thoughts, feelings, sensations, they all come and go. But the one observing them, the one perceiving, always is. This is a very, very simple practice, and it's really so easy to miss, but it's so profound. This stillness cannot speak to you, cannot do anything. The only thing, if you were to ask awareness one thing about itself to tell you, it will not. All you are going to hear will be the silence and the presence. But if it could say anything, it will only say, I am. That awareness of being that you can focus on in meditation practice, which this is what meditation practice is about. It's not about relaxation. It's about deepening your state of awareness, your your identification, your true self. It's always there, it's just sometimes we forget. So this is your way to recalibrate, to come back to self. I am means awareness, but it also means present moment. Present moment is all there is. Awareness is all there is, so it must be the same thing. It is the same thing. There is only now, right? There is only this eternal now moment, and we only suffer when we just jump ahead in our head to the future or go back into the past, just dwelling in something that is an illusion because there is only now. And resting in awareness cannot happen anywhere else. That's why it grounds you in the present moment. That's why it's so powerful. And do this practice because it feels good to know who you are and to have this self-realization, to deepen the self-discovery and fully accept yourself for who you are and what you have. This will help you not identify with what's happening in the 3D, to leave it alone. And I don't want you to use this practice as a way to get things. This is the way to be. This is really all you ever need. This is all you ever needed. That's why you want things in the first place, to come back to this realization. This is the biggest desire of all, and all the other smaller desires are there to bring you closer to this realization. But with that being said, do this practice for the sake of practice, but this will also help you manifest. Because when we visualize or affirm, everything happens in our imagination very fast. It's not time bound. You are not time bound. You're the real you, the true you. Everything is possible here and now because everything exists in the now. However, because it goes really, really fast, it has to slow down enough so that you can experience it in your 3D. But how can you experience it if you're constantly coming back to the same emotional state, blocking the flow of life and changing your vibration, your frequency? This practice grounds you in the present moment, where you slow down, and then it has some time to materialize. You introduce the peace into your practice. And the peace and gratitude are the things that are present in any dream reality, no matter what you want. So just always come back to this practice. Without this practice, you will always waver. You will not know who you are. You will not realize that you are not the thinker. You will keep identifying with the mind. But when you remove the mind identification, do you know what happens? Freedom. Feel the freedom. Feel the peace and love of awareness itself, of knowing yourself as God. And if you have too much going on in your head and just simple thought watching is not doing it for you, you can always just use this mantra, I am. I am. I am. or you can always focus on the blackness that you see, the emptiness, stillness, the real you. So, my loves, this is the practice. This is how we do it. You know yourself as this constant presence, and you remind yourself about it during the day and rest in it as you meditate, preferably every day, 15-20 minutes. But I'm not gonna tell you what to do. This is your practice, this is your life, and you know exactly what fits into the life and what doesn't. So this is up to you. I will tell you what I do. Every morning I meditate for 20 minutes, and after this moment of stillness I also journal. If I have some questions, if I have some things that I would like to understand, I journal it too, because I feel like the communication with my higher self is better, because there is no noise, because this practice is supposed to remove the mind identification so that you can feel, so you can be as yourself in the stillness. So even after I was, talking to you, I feel very, very calm. I feel very relaxed. I feel like myself again. I know that I can just go and continue on my day, and it's going to be amazing. And I hope that this helps you too, and that you will be, and that you will stay consistent with this practice, because this is where all starts and ends, really. This is what you found out about manifesting in the first place. And this is the only thing that will ever fulfill you. Knowing who you are, and then from there you will get all you want. But first you need to find yourself and realize who you are by asking yourself on a daily basis, on moment-to-moment basis even, who am I being? Am I identifying with my mind again? And then gently bring yourself back to, you can always say I am. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, thank you very much for meditating with me. I hope that this helps you. And remember, you are brave, you are loved. Be kind to yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.